some foreign actor, either a terrorist group or more likely a state, has planted a nuclear device on U.S. soil. There are radiation spikes, 2 of them in the New York metropolitan area. So until we get some clarification and get the Biden administration to level with us, we just have to assume that something terrible is going on. There are no good explanations, Todd. The only question is how bad they are.
I certainly hope that you are very much wrong on this, but until we get answers
So do I.
from our leaders, how are we to know? Gordon Chang, thank you for your insight again. We will be watching this. And in the Empire State.
All right, guys, that was Gordon Chang talking on a local Charlotte, North Carolina radio station regarding the U.S. military drones that we've been seeing now for several days and weeks even, mostly in New Jersey and other areas, other states. But now they're talking about possible dirty bombs or nuclear material. And I think I've seen, I think Sean Ryan on his show talked about some of this, some of the possibilities that may be planned for the United States via foreign actors that have been brought in here by our own government, basically, over the last 4 years. And so it would make sense to heed warnings and prepare yourselves and your family for a possible turmoil leading up to the end of this month. And I think it's ironic that right at the first of the year, I think it was New Year's Eve back in Miami at the Bayside Mall, that outdoor shop, that outdoor mall, that we started the year off with alien invasion, basically, where people were shooting, literally shooting at 10-foot beings inside the mall as they were running for their lives. And government officials shut down the airspace at Miami Airport. They cut the power, I think, around the city, certain parts of the city near the mall there. And many, many, many police cars responded. And then people that had information on that incident suddenly went silent. So I think it's ironic we started the year off with, started the year off with a bang, if you will. And now we're ending the year similarly with, craft in the skies, stories circulating of aliens and UFOs and UAPs and government involvement and now nuclear dirty bombs and attacks. It's like they hem you in on every side. And this year we've been hemmed in, and now they're just putting the trimmings on the on the package right now. It never ceases to amaze me. And then people will still sit there and defend, everything the government's doing and that they have our best interests in mind and blah, blah, blah. And that's the farthest thing from the truth. And so I'm here today at the camper, a little chilly, but not cold enough where I need to bring a heater in here. But I have Teddy and Charlotte with me. We're running off grid as usual. I've got all my lights on here that I need. I had the radio on just a minute ago, and you heard that story by Gordon Chang talking about some of what's going on. But I actually came here to do a Bible study that I put together. Actually, was supposed to do it over the weekend. Actually, we're supposed to do it Friday and didn't get a chance to do it. It's in my journal here. This devotional is entitled Something Is Not Right. And that's it. That's what I'm going to film here this morning. Hopefully get that posted today. And hopefully it'll get people thinking, feeling, and acting, and not being safe in either their Judeo or Christian boxes that they've put themselves in. And so that's what that devotional is going to be about. Going to talk about it. It's not exhaustive. It's just going to talk about some scriptures and then religion in general and what people think is the truth, but really is not the truth. It's half-truths most of the time. And that's why they're falling for much of what's going on in our world today, being foisted upon us by governments of the world, where they have us thinking that they're all at war with each other and they all hate each other when they're all working in concert with each other, in lockstep with each other, just like it was during the scamdemic, and it's continuing. This is just another phase or phases of the population being depopulated. And so if you don't think that's the overarching goal, just look at what's happening around the world just in the last 4+ years, and you'll see. Look at what happened in Georgia when those guide stones suddenly were mysteriously blown up last year, where the first commandment in the guide stones said something to the effect of, a world living in harmony with 500 million people. And so that would entail many, many people going bye-bye. And so that suddenly went away because people were bringing it up and, covering it more. So they decided to take those stones down. And, they didn't need it anymore, apparently. And keep in place the operation they have going now. And so, are you guys a little chilly? Because I can go get the heater. No, they look all right. And so, and then it brings us now to where we are today, where people think that the next administration is going to come in, clean everything up. We're going to go back to the good old days and everything's going to be fine. And the next administration is going to save us, Republican, right, left. And I'm going to talk a little about that in the devotional I have planned. There's a scripture in Proverbs that I want to mention about that if you're in the left-right paradigm, you're on your way to destruction, basically. And I've warned people over and over again, family, friends, and people just on my YouTube and Instagram channels and other social media, that much of what they're going through is they're falling for a deception, number one, by the beast system. And because they refuse to follow Yahuwah, God, the way he has it written, they're going to receive a delusion from him. And these are people that call themselves believers. They're going to receive a delusion from him, from Yah, from the Almighty, to believe the lie. And that's what's happening right now. Some are waking up. Some are coming out of the beast system. Revelation 18:4, they're coming out of the church, Catholicism, Protestantism, Methodism, all the isms, all the denominations, Judaism, all of that, and they're embracing the Most High, the way his word is written, through his Bane, his son, Yahusha, the Messiah. And they're following his commandments, his precepts, his judgments, his right rulings, and they're not making up anymore the fake feasts, the pagan festivals, especially occurring this month. And so we'll be talking about this, and it's not to demean anybody or go against their religion, because religion is not what Messiah came to bring. He came to bring a relationship with him, because he is the way to the Father. And if you're practicing any other thing other than that, or getting in through any other door or gate or fence or road, you're on the wrong way, the wrong path, the wide road that leads to destruction. And that's mostly what religion is today. The wide path that leads to destruction. It's peppered with a little truth, a little gospel here and there. But people seem to think that just a mental assent or believing about Messiah, or who they call Jesus, is enough to get them by, where he's like a spare tire they carry around. When they need him, they call on him, and he's a spare tire. Then they put him back, and they go back living their life following traditions of men and doctrines of men and pagan and evil festivals that have been put in place that really worship the sun, Saturn, Nimrod, Tammuz, and ultimately Satan, because he's the one that puts it all in place, because it's his world for now. And so that's what I'm going to talk about a little bit in the devotional today. I know I got on a little bit of a tangent here, but I think people need to wake up and to hear this, because many are receiving the great delusion that 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 talks about, a great falling away. We're seeing that the Pope's going to open up some doors, some portals, I guess, on Christmas Eve. That should be interesting. Just I would stay far from him and his religious system, not to demean anybody that follows that faith. I came from that faith, that religion, Catholicism. And read the scriptures and see for yourself what the scriptures say versus what they teach. And you'll see what I'm talking about. So stay away from the portals he's going to open, because it may have something to do with CERN, with Mount Graham, with this great alien deception that's coming, Project Bluebeam, fake stuff or technologies that we possess, and also probably real demonic entities that we have been working with for many years now. And many of the bloodlines that run the world are related to these demonic entities, these Nephilim. It's just mind-boggling sometimes when you talk to people and they're depending on man to save them. But that's not going to happen, guys. So have a great Monday. Hopefully this devotional will lift you up and open your eyes, or begin to open your eyes, because I have several more that I'm going to be posting. And hopefully you will grasp, and it will get you to think, feel, and act, and to move closer to the Most High through his Son, Yahusha, for your salvation, and to get a right standing with him. We're going to talk about that today. And having a right standing with him will help you, or cause you, to be able to follow his commandments and to worship how he has it set out for us, and not how man tells us what we should be doing, or our family's traditions, or our country's traditions that actually amount up to nothing in the end. Okay? Thanks for watching. Take care. Stay ready. Anthony signing off.